There's a reason housing dominates every economic conversation right now. It's not just another expense. It's not just about home ownership. Housing is the foundation of economic mobility. And when that foundation cracks, everything else collapses. Here's why. More than shelter. Housing isn't like other consumer purchases. It's stability. Where you live determines school quality, job access, safety, community. Wealth building. Historically, the primary asset for middle-class families. Economic platform. The base from which everything else operates. When housing is affordable and stable, people can save for emergencies, invest in education, start businesses, take career risks, plan for retirement. The historical standard. For decades, the rule of thumb was housing should cost about 30% of income. This wasn't arbitrary. At 30%, you still have enough left for food and transportation, 15 to 20%, healthcare, 5 to 10%, savings, 10%, everything else, 25 to 30%. That margin is what enables economic mobility. When you have 25 to 30% of income as discretionary space, you can build emergency savings, invest in skills, weather setbacks, take opportunities. What changed? In many cities, housing now takes 40 to 50% of median income. Some people spend 60 to 70%. That margin for mobility, it disappeared. The economic foundation. When housing eats everything, watch what happens when housing costs rise from 30 to 50% of income. Savings collapse. Average savings rate in the 1970s, 12%. Average savings rate today, 3 to 4%. 62% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. Without savings, you can't weather job loss, you can't afford retraining, you can't take career risks, you can't move to opportunity. Debt increases. When current income doesn't cover expenses, people borrow. Credit card debt, record highs. Auto loans, longer terms, higher balances. Medical debt. 41% of adults have medical debt. Debt creates financial fragility, and fragility prevents mobility. Life decisions get delayed. High housing costs delay every major life milestone. Marriage. Median age in 1970, 23 men, 21 women. Median age in 2023, 30 men, 28 women. Children. Birth rates at historic lows. Primary reasons cited, financial instability. Home ownership. Median first-time buyer age in 1980, 29. Median first-time buyer age in 2023, 36. Entrepreneurship. Business formation by people under 30 has declined significantly. When you're financially fragile, you can't take business risks. The trap. Here's the vicious cycle. High housing costs prevent saving. Without savings, you can't take risks or investments. Without investments, earning potential stays flat. Flat earnings make housing even less affordable. You're stuck in place, not moving backward, but not moving forward either, just maintaining. Structural causes. Why housing got so expensive? This didn't happen by accident. Multiple policy failures converged. Zoning restrictions. Many high-opportunity cities made it illegal to build enough housing. Single-family zoning in expensive metros. Height restrictions. Parking requirements. Lengthy approval processes. Financialization. Housing became an investment vehicle, not primarily shelter. Investors buying residential property. Short-term rentals removing long-term stock. Housing treated as asset class. Wage stagnation. Income didn't keep pace with housing costs. Median home price in 1970, 2 to 3 times median income. Median home price in 2023, 5 to 7 times median income. Federal policy. Tax incentives favoring homeowners over renters, subsidizing demand without increasing supply. Not just high costs, volatility. It's not just that housing is expensive, it's that costs are unpredictable. Rent increases of 10 to 20% annually in some markets, property taxes rising, insurance costs spiking, maintenance costs increasing. Unpredictability prevents planning, and without planning, mobility dies. Housing isn't just another budget line item, it's the economic platform that everything else stands on. When housing absorbs too much income, saving stops, investment stops, risk-taking stops, mobility stops. This isn't about individual financial management, it's about structural barriers created by policy failures. The same cities that offer the best economic opportunities have made it prohibitively expensive to live there. That's not a market equilibrium, that's a market failure. And until we treat housing as infrastructure, something that enables economic participation rather than just an investment asset, mobility will continue to decline. If this resonated, share it with someone navigating the same challenges. Subscribe for more structural economic analysis. Thanks for watching.